Good evening, Appalachia. Welcome to the Late Shift, the only talk show powered by raw patriotism, cold rations, and just a sprinkle of surveillance we're legally not allowed to admit exists. Broadcasting live from the legendary training Camp Evans, I'm your host, Lincon Monroe. Sharp suit, sharper wit, and fully cleared by Enclave command to entertain, interrogate, and occasionally raise an eyebrow at your mutation history. Some folks have been asking if I look different this week. That's just the symptomatic machine doing its best impression of facial reconstruction via toaster fire. Let's just say it cured my radiation but took my eyebrows hostage. We've got a loaded show tonight. Military stories that'll blow your helmet off. Settlers who may or may not be under surveillance. And a chemist who's definitely been doing more field research than the field recommends. So tighten those chin straps, lock your beverage of choice in a radiation-proof cup holder. And remember, if you're watching this, congratulations. You've been cleared for humor at level Omega. All right, citizens and classified personnel, our first guest tonight is tougher than power armor plating, louder than a vertibird on full thrust, and once challenged a Mirror Queen to a push-up contest just to settle a bar tab. Make some noise for the man, the myth, the walking Enclave recruitment poster, Sergeant Wildchild.
Good evening, Monroe. Permission to engage in humorous recollection, sir.
Permission granted. But what's your six? The last guy who cracked a joke without clearance is still in re-education karaoke.
I sing a mean Stars and Stripes forever if you ever need a backup vocalist with grenade experience.
Now, speaking of lethal, I got a declassified tip from command about a recon up gone sideways. You, a chicken coop, a Mr. Gutsy, and let's just say, poultry may have been involved.
Technically still classified, but let's just say it started with a map labeled possible super mutant nest and ended with a tactical misunderstanding involving 3 chickens, a bag of sugar bombs, and a Deathclaw who developed a crippling fear of breakfast cereal.
Wait, did you weaponize breakfast?
Absolutely. That Deathclaw took one bite, screamed like a banshee, and ran straight into Mr. Gutsy's afternoon patrol route. Gutsy assumed it was a communist poultry uprising and opened fire. Coop went airborne. Chickens achieved temporary flight.
Sounds like Operation Poultry Overdrive was a clucking success.
Cluck and aim, Monroe! But I'll never look at an omelet the same again.
Neither will we, Sergeant. Neither will we. Just remember, folks, this is why you don't skip morning briefings or breakfast. All right, folks, our next guest grows more than just corn. She's cultivating national security. A humble homesteader turned high-security hostess when an Enclave outpost sprouted up right next to her scarecrow. Please give a warm, irradiated welcome to the Settler Farmer.
Well, howdy there, Lincoln. It's mighty fancy being here. I've seen vertibirds land quieter than your applause.
Appreciate you making the trip. I understand traffic in the cranberry bog is a little explosive this time of year.
Oh, absolutely. Took me 3 landmines and a polite super mutant to get here, but worth it. I needed a break from cow patrol.
Speaking of patrols, I heard the Enclave set up a field command post right next to your cornfield.
They sure did. Woke up one morning, and there was a communications tower in my cabbage patch. Thought it was a new kind of scarecrow, until it started giving launch coordinates.
That's the Enclave for you, turning agriculture into artillery.
I don't mind too much. They gave me an honorary strategic infrastructure provider badge. And they fixed my fence with sandbags. The cows feel very safe.
And speaking of cows, rumor has it they've been recruited.
Oh, you bet. Bessie's interning in encryption. Mostly eats the wires. But the boys say it's improving security. And Tilly, well, she's in charge of coffee distribution. Hasn't brewed a drop. But she sure likes chewing the filters.
Chewing the filters? Sounds like most government interns I've met.
Exactly. I even caught one of the privates saluting her last week. I think he's got feelings.
Forbidden love. Between a soldier and a caffeinated cow. That's a holotape waiting to happen.
Well, as long as they don't start courting in the ammo shed again. Last time it rained missiles.
Ah, yes. Love in the time of war crimes. Thank you, settler farmer, for your crops, your courage, and your caffeine-enabled cows. We salute you and your intern livestock. Stay safe out there. And if another tower sprouts up in your field, just remember, it's not surveillance if it's patriotic. Now, if you ever wondered what happens when you mix science madness and a suitcase full of unregulated chems, well, you're about to find out. Our next guest holds 6 degrees, 2 active experiments in time distortion, and 1 restraining order from the Brotherhood of Steel. Please welcome the legendary lab coat, Chemist K.
The lights, they hum in C minor, and your cameras smell like aluminum secrets.
Fantastic to have you, K. Mind if I ask, are you currently on Mentats, or are the Mentats on you?
I took Mentats, and I gave the Mentats Mentats. They, unionized. They want dental.
Well, I can't argue with organized brain enhancement. That's the Enclave way.
I created a cola that sings. I call it Melodica Cola. It harmonizes in F sharp, but screams when it's opened.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
I also created a hat that tells secrets. It told me, you're not wearing socks.
I am alarmed by how correct that is.
Don't trust the ceiling, Lincoln. It knows.
Duly noted. And what about that teleportation experiment you tried at Camp McClintock?
It works perfectly. I just forgot to tell my legs. They are 3 minutes late and very confused.
You've truly redefined the phrase being beside yourself.
Would you like to try my newest invention? It's either liquid luck or aggressive mayonnaise.
Pass. Last time I drank one of your samples, I spent an hour arguing with a toaster about patriotism, and the toaster won, quoted the Constitution and everything. Thank you for coming and reminding us that science is not just a tool. It's a wildly unstable, glowing beverage. Don't teleport out just yet. We got more classified comedy right after this. Stay tuned, or risk being reclassified. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the man who's too secretive to even blink on camera. Please welcome Agent from the Enclave Secret Service.
Evening, Lincoln. I can't say much.
Got it. No details. But I hear you've been dealing with a squirrel insurgency. What's going on there?
It's classified, but let's just say there were squirrels, and I had to neutralize the threat using an unapproved.
I don't want to ask more into it.
You really don't. And if you do, you'll need clearance for the Hey response.
Right. And I hear your team uses a lot of unconventional tools. Like what?
I can't say much, but let's just say if you're up against a threat, you'll wanna... And, nearby...
Can't say much. Huh. Well, what's a day in the life like for you? A few squirrels? A little... action?
I'm always on call, Lincoln. My routine is classified, but if I'm not dealing with... or... I'm reviewing...
Got it. Keeping it top secret. One last thing. What do we do if we see a...
Run. And pray they don't know about your...
Great advice. Thanks for coming, agents. Stay safe out there. Well, folks, that was Agent. If you ever see a squirrel, don't ask questions. Just run. And that's a wrap for tonight's late shift. Remember, folks, if you hear laughter echoing from the bunker, don't worry. It's not a morale booster. It's just the mentats kicking in again. Big thanks to tonight's guests, Sergeant Wildchild, the settler farmer, Scientist K, and Agent, who definitely did not tell us too much. Stay safe, stay classified, and remember, if you're looking for answers, don't expect them on this show. Good night, Appalachia, for the Enclave, and for America.
Promise and power, where the stars shine so bright.